Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be trying out Shadow on Deer. So this will be the final one we're going to try him out on. I'm not going to try him out on Rat only because once again debuffs, he's very debuff reliant, and Rat is once again a whole different ball game compared to Deer, Dogs and Bird. But yeah, the team we're running is pretty odd as well. It's really hard to find a decent red human. There aren't many at all. You got Ella Lilia. Yeah, you've got Ella Lilia. There's no, I guess you Rudius if you have Rudius, but that's all you've got. That's all you get. You're not really going to be using Reinhard. You're not really going to be using Terry because his passive is based on PvP, which is his PvE, so it won't work. But yeah, so this is the team we're running. So we got HP defense, attack crit. I've just stolen someone's gear for Yeon because there's no point me using our own gear. For lanes, we've got HP defense, which is going to help Shadow when he gets his buff. Attack crit on Roxy, and then someone's random HP defense set on Mael, which I will change from Mael's HP defense set. For card set, we are running basic stat boost plus anti-freeze because we don't really want our team being frozen. I can change it to if everyone's the same race, which I can't because everyone's the same race. I forgot about that. But anyway, let's get on with it and let's see how this team performs. Here we go, on to floor 1. Hopefully, this should be quite easy. I'm hoping Shadow's damage should be quite good. I brought in 3 extra humans for the fact of they would sort of help each other in terms of boosting. Maslow's just good because he has quite good damage. I needed a red character, so I just brought in Yeon, because she'll do. That was my exact reaction, she'll do. Here we go. I do have to play a Yeon skill preferably every turn so I don't get the corrosion, which is a little bit irritating, but over time she'll be very good damage-wise. If Maslow doesn't do 1.3 million. Because you know, that is a little bit of a problem sometimes. Okay, so if I start with red, I can immediately go into a green, which means then Shadow should actually do quite a bit of damage. So I'll do red, green. It's already dead, but I'll play that as well. And then I'll just move Shadows, slowly get towards Shadow's ult. Decent damage. Honestly, compared to that, that's very low damage. I know he hasn't got his buff yet. I guess he hasn't really got too many buffers, but still, that is quite a low damage. A little bit disappointing. I can sort of spam whatever skills I just don't want. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want half of these skills. Yeah, I'll just get rid of this. Too many mass no skills. Can be a bad thing. Take up too much hand space. Good damage. That is damage cap, 25% on this phase. Seems really odd watching a gold skill doing it. Only do 121k. And we land the kill. Yeah, I like you can't compare Masno to Shadow. Shadow just really does require a really good team to run with. If not, he suffers a lot. Damage cap 35%. So the third skill can kill. So if I just start with blue, red, I'll play this because I don't think that will kill. Maybe it might. I'll just do this. I'm pretty sure Eon's passive is stacked up enough to a point where she can start hitting some decent numbers now. She can. And now, can Shadow hit damage cap here? He can, okay. I thought just maybe he wasn't going to hit it then for a second, but he did, which is good. Because his relic looks so cool. I wish he was stronger, because his relic is so nice. So cool. I do understand that, once again, in these lower level demonic beasts, so basically dogs, deer, and bird, he kills it so quick that even if the corrosion could stack, it wouldn't be worth it because you'd kill so quickly, but still, I guess for the newer players, it'd still be quite useful, and I do wish the corrosion was grey, just so it would feel a little bit more impactful. I guess in PvP it would be quite broken, but you could just make it so in PvE only, it would be grey, which would be kind of useful, and it means it'd be usable in many other demonic beasts. But anyway, on to floor 2 now. The thing is, I've always sort of dreaded doing deer, just generally when it came to like videos, or even just playing deer for like a relic I needed, just because it's the third floor. It's just a pain. The final phase is just a pain, because now with Deer Floor 4, if I want to farm the second tier relic upgrade, or the Deer relic upgrade, I have to do it. But it's still not too bad, I'm not going to lie, it's still not the worst. I'll just do this. Nice spread evenness of skills. Decent damage with Eon. Okay, 140, was it 146k? Let's see, Shadow can do more turn 1 than Eon. They do about the same. That's with Eon without any stacks. Bear in mind, Eon now has about 5 stacks of a passive, which is a crispy crit damage boost. I do want to see what Eon's stats are looking like at the moment. I do actually own all of Shadow's outfits, but I don't like any of them, so I just run his normal one. Yeah, 350% crit dam. Shadow's not doing too bad. He's almost there as well. Green, blue, red, green. How much damage Shadow can do. So this would be a gold skill, because of course he'll upgrade. We're doing the colour wheel. Yeon would also be, I think, nearly max now on her passive, because now she's removed 10. Then, yeah, she should be maxed. Not bad, hit damage cap. I was sort of expecting it not to hit damage cap, then I would have been quite sad. Masno shield tanks very well. Very, very well indeed. Okay, now the shield's gone, that's not good. It's fine. Reflect damage also doesn't work. Are we max stacks? What's a cap out at? Okay, no, we're only at 10% per, so we're nearly maxed. So we'll go blue, red, green, and I'll do blue again just in case. Masno's hitting cap, it's Masno. Also, the damage cap isn't too high on this one anyway. Okay, not Yeon. Yorm gets the kill, which is good. Very good damage. Feels weird not having Freya, because I'm so used to having Freya whenever I do this Demonic Beast, because his death damage is always just so clutch. Okay, this phase is a little bit irritating to deal with, I'm not going to lie. I can afford to get rid of these two. Good damage from Masno. Damage cap from Yeon. Okay, Shadow, it's now your turn to pick up the pace. Damage cap, okay, not bad. Level 2, no buff this time. He somehow missed a crit. But if we wouldn't have missed the crit, I think he would hit damage cap again. It's still very impressive. Green, blue, red, green. Hopefully Yum can do enough to... Okay, no, we're not going to kill, I don't think, this time. Which is fine, we have Masno's shield still. Masno hits cap. Yeon hits cap. Can Shadow hit cap as well? It's going to be lower now. He does, okay. Cool. And we can actually finally get his buff, but it's going to be useless because they're all going to be dead. Anyway, we're fine. We tank this. Can't even break the shield. Manzo's shield is really useful. I never really thought of using him in Deer, but now I realise his shield is actually super useful. If only you could use any other character other than Ragnarok's for floor 4, then maybe he would have been actually quite good. And Shadow gets the wipe. And that's it. Floor 2 is really easy. It's just floor 3, phase 4 can sometimes be the slight problem. I want to see what his damage is compared to the others. The highest, apparently. I guess he did have 2 decent damage skills during the 3rd phase where it's got a lot of health. But the damage isn't, I guess, bad if you compare it. But everyone seems to have around 1 million apart from Yorm, because it's a support character, so I'm not expecting 1 billion damage from her. And now on to floor 3. Here we are, now on to floor 3, which was once the highest level of Deer, which now is floor 4 instead of 3. I hate floor 4. It's not that bad. It's just, if you get bad RNG, that's it. It's game over. I guess you could sort of say the same about every other Demonic Beast, but Deer floor 4 feels much worse for some reason. I'll just waste up his skills I don't really want at the moment. Maybe I should let Shadow's skill get ranked up to sort of test his damage. Yul's damage is pretty low. She's not stacked up at the moment. Shadow's damage is good. Masno's damage? Damage cap. I think that's damage cap. I'll find out when I hit with this Shadow skill. And hopefully I'll hit damage cap as well. Can't break the shield, because it's too tanky. This team tanks really well because of Masno. It's really good. He's a very good blue character. I was looking at other characters I could run that weren't Masno, because I thought Masno would sort of outshine Shadow a little bit. But I need to keep that red skill, because I don't have another one. I'll do this. I'll just get hit. I'll get Shadow's ult and I'll just move. Damage gap 205. It is 205. Okay, cool. We do lose a lot of the shield because of corrosion from Yeon. There's nothing much I can really do about that. We'll do green, blue, red, green. That is damage cap. Damage cap again. This won't hit damage cap, it's Yeon. Oh, it does. Okay. Fair enough. And then good old Yorman's the kill. Doesn't hit damage cap, it still does good damage. Heals the team as well. Now, this is the true test of Shadow's damage. So, it's got this buff, not for long. But, his damage still isn't that high. Oh, I know it increased his health and he's got nearly 1 million now, which is very good. He definitely outpowers everyone by quite a lot. So I feel like I have to get rid of all these Masno skills. I just don't have any Yeon skills, and I need the Yeon skills. Damage cap. Yeon's not any stronger because she doesn't have any teammates that are like actually useful for her. We're not going to kill her, which is fine. Gives me an extra turn to get more skills I need. Good damage though. Yeon skills, perfect. I'm also probably going to push for Yeon's ult this turn. I'm not really. It can hit Yorm as much as it wants. Yorm tanks quite nicely. I'm gonna do this, do that, and then play this to kill it. Actually, 1 red skill. That's all I need. I have a bunch of green. I've got a nice chunk of blues. There we go. So we do green, blue, red, green. So the only good thing about Masno's shield is it also should prevent the skill which removes my ult gauge. Because this shield isn't based on damage, it's just straight up based on... I don't know what stat it is, it's based on one of his stats. Not bad, 281, I'm pretty sure that is cap. Or just under cap. Can't even break the shield, can't even damage the shield. Yeah, the shield's got a nice chunk of bulk to it, which is really nice. Then we hit it with a blue, a red, a green, and then another blue. I don't care if I trigger the res, not the res, the full heal, because I've got a buff removal skill here. There's the full heal. Why'd that happen? Good damage from Shadow though. Damage cap twice. Go on, boys. Team's actually doing pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, it's doing pretty well. We also removed the buff here because it does have evade, but that's the reason why I kept this skill, just in case. Still can't break the shield. Masno is really good. If only you could sort of like, if only if Yorm got boosted by Masno to some degree, it would actually be really good. We'll do this. Pretty sure this kills. Even good old Yeon here might kill because her crit damage is 544%. Yeah, she might kill. We'll find out here anyway. Oh no, she won't, because Yorm doesn't do enough damage. Good damage, and then Shadow ends it. Honestly, not bad. I feel like having Masno on the team and Yeon really do help. Yeon's more of a quite nice damage dealer. At the start, she starts off quite weak, but after a while, she starts to pick up. Shadow sort of only really picks up when you pop his ult, and he still only then picks up for about 2 turns, and he drops off to back to what he was. But damage-wise, he somehow outdamaged Masno again. Okay, maybe he's better than what I give him credit for. I know all 3 of them had like roughly the same amount of damage. You know, maybe Shadow's got a tiny bit more, but it's not the worst. The only problem is that Yorm loses a lot of damage and a lot of bulk and just everything about it. She loses a lot of her kit, basically. Of course, her passive and her relic and everything still works, but she loses her ability to deal damage, which is not really a problem. Because you've got, like, Shadow who can put out, like, acceptable damage. And that because of that, this team is technically viable. Would I recommend it? If you really want to beat Deer and you are struggling, this is a viable team. It's not a viable team for floor 4, but it's a viable team for floors 1, 2, and 3, which, if you're newish to the game, that's all you really need to do. Floor 4 is more of a luxury. more than a necessity to be able to beat. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.